Hey, what's up, people? So I'm here today to talk to you regarding another fund, which is public e-Islamic Pioneer Entrepreneur 40 Fund. Right? Last week I spoke. Sorry, not last week. The last video I spoke regarding public e Pioneer Entrepreneur Fund. So this one is a Islamic, which is Sharia, and it's also 40, which means they're only investing in 40 stocks, right? But the fund objective, the team, the goal, everything is very similar to the last video that I was talking about, right? So it's achieve capital growth, and it's a very new fund. Yeah, the public e-pioneer was in July. This is in April, right? So this is slightly later, slightly earlier, sorry, than the normal conventional pioneer fund, right? Is foreign exposure 98%. The sales charge is also 3.75, very similar. Risk level is also the same. But the best part you see, as of now, this price fund started with 25 cents, 0.25, right? Today, if you look at last Friday, it closed at 0.2774. So it made 10.96 in May, June, July, August, September. 5 months, ladies and gentlemen. So I find it a very promising fund too. Just like the similar one, the earlier one, the conventional one was losing only about negative 0.2%, right? Because it's a very new fund. So just give it a time. Probably in 5 months' time, they'll also make this type of returns, right? Because the fund has similar objective. So let's go on. This is the same thing. Successful entrepreneurs who are in the management of the company, right? So whichever baby they have actually founded, they will actually work very hard to make sure it sustains throughout. You have Mark Zuckerberg, you have Tencent, you have Elon Musk, Larry Page, right? Is crazy fun. So let me show you. Good business leaders create a vision of actually own the vision and relentlessly drive it to completion. Very true, right? Opportunity to tap into pioneer entrepreneur companies. How else can you tap into this? This is the best way, right? Using unit trust. So this is the public e-Islamic Pioneer BIP40F, right? Fund features, investment strategy. I will show it to you. So what are the fund features? To achieve capital growth over the long term, which I just showed you, risk profile is very high because very risky. All these guys, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, Amazon, they come up with a new technological breakthrough. Some shareholders will not accept it, sometimes the government will not accept it, but yeah, they are very creative and innovative, right? 31st May is the financial year. There's a distribution, there is a dividend policy, which is incidental. That means when they feel like giving, they will give the fund, right? It's not a must. Sharia compliant equity is 75.9. Remember, this fund is Sharia compliant. So to all you Muslims out there, you can invest in this fund, right? Foreign assets up to 98%, super Islamic liquid assets. Right? So equity and Sharia compliant, equity related securities. Sharia compliant, so this is just a breakdown. I won't go in deeply. Maximum 40 stocks. Do you see? Maximum 40 stocks. Running portfolio Sharia compliant pioneer entrepreneur stocks listed on global markets. 20% of fund other Sharia compliant stocks. So 20% is other Sharia compliant stocks, right? Long-term investors able to withstand because, like I told you, it's risky. So the benchmark, I won't touch so much on the benchmark. But if you look at the benchmark, historical returns of the benchmark, they are actually based this particular fund on. They actually made 16.21% in 5 years. That means the annualized return. If you have regularly and consistently been investing for 5 years, your return each year would have been 16.21%, right? And this is important. The country allocation is United States the most, and so it's very similar to the conventional funding, right? Information technology is like the main industry sector that they're actually investing the money in, which is actually the main thing right now. Apple, Microsoft, these are all the similar companies. They're all the big guns right now, right? Technically, everybody is buying Apple. Microsoft, everybody is still using, right? Taiwan Semiconductor is in all your phones, all the chips. Tencent Holding is your WeChat, your PUBG, is a gaming industry. Meituan is another China company which is just right. So it's for retail investors like me and you, corporate investors too. sales charge is only 3.75%. So this is the main thing, 3.75% each time you actually invest your money in, they will charge you 3.75%, right? But when you're withdrawing the money, there is no charges. So it's only a one-time charges, 1.85, 0.06, right? These charges are distributed among all of us. So if I also invest in the same fund, you also invest at the same time, they will share it out between both of us, right? Offer period, you don't have to look at this because this was previously done on what the price is. The next slide, let me just see, because it might just be something private for the agents. Okay, so just look at this, right? You can invest as low as 100 ringgit. 100 ringgit, that's all you need. There's no restrictions on redemption. Any point of time you can redeem. But the first time when you actually invest, there's 6 days cooling period. So for 6 days, you cannot touch your money, cannot do anything. But after emergency, within 4 days, the money comes into your bank account. That is extremely great for your investment because it's so liquid. It's extremely liquid. Minimum 1,000 units. Yeah, I think the next slide is a discrete one for us agents, right? The next one will be reasons to invest. Why? Those founders is part of that management team. The founders are the management team, sits on the company's board of directors, right? Like the innovation, adaptability, and sustainability. They have a lot of patents, these companies, right? Let me see. Probably these are mainly like, see, adaptability. What do they mean by adaptability? Sustainability. I mean, the word itself already tells you, right? But this is the risk. This is important for you to also know. Corporate governance risk and leadership transition. What do they mean by this? Is corporate governance risk means if they do certain things, that is like Facebook always comes out with a lot of new technological things, but it gets always beat down by the US government because of a lot of transparency issues, right? They're not transparent enough in their data. So this is a risk. Leadership transition, if one suggests say Mark Zuckerberg leaves Facebook, would you still trust Facebook? Would you still use Facebook? Will you still be innovative? So this is the risk that you're going to get into. But these guys are still young, so I guess they will still go on, right? Let's see what's the next slides about. Please give me one minute. Seems that there is issue. Okay, some of the largest companies are led by their founders. That is so true, right? That is so true. Meituan, Marketing, Tencent Holding, right? Products and services offered. There you look. This is all the products and services offered by Tencent. Moments, entertainment. This is like a lot of Chinese apps that we really don't use in Malaysia, but Chinese, WeChat Pay. Mark Zuckerberg, you all know Mark Zuckerberg. He owns Facebook, he owns YouTube. Not YouTube, Instagram, he owns WhatsApp. Right? You see, this is him. Right? So, would you love to invest in these type of companies, ladies and gentlemen? Right? I would really love to. It takes me a lot of brokerage accounts and fees to actually offer me outside and buy all these US and China stocks. But look at this. You're getting into invest into Google just by investing in a fund, right? YMS is founder-led 40 stocks, right? Solid fundamentals, strong potential, lead to higher volatility of returns. That's the risk that I was just telling you earlier. But the higher the risk, the greater the returns. You've got to remember that, right? Target sectors to invest: technology, consumer, and healthcare. All the booming industries of this moment. 5G, AI, autonomous cloud computing, EV, your Elon Musk, right? 5G adaptability, very, very similar to the Pioneer, conventional Pioneer fund, right? AI, these are the same things. If you watch my previous fund explanation, you will also hear about this, right? You would have also seen the same slides because it's just the same thing that's been used. Okay. Let me see. Healthcare, aging global demographic demand for healthcare services, fair enough. Aged over 65 million in 2023. I don't know whether COVID was the population control, you see, because this population is increasing. Higher global healthcare spending, very true. Insurance companies are also paying very high because the healthcare industry has increased in price, right? Premium market valuations, recommended investment approach, long-term, regular investment to grow right through markets. Yeah, I mean, these are the main things. Normally, unit trust funds are like this, like RCA. You've got to regularly and consistently invest to actually to actually take advantage of the markets up and down, up and down, up and down, right? That is the secret. Yeah, and this campaign period won't be eligible now because it's already past the date. But that's the thing. If you are a Muslim and you want to invest in all these big companies, go for it. Even if you're a non-Muslim, they're not looking for Sharia compliance. You can also invest in this because there is no issues, right? They are also doing well. I've showed you the return for past 5 months is about 10.96%, right? So any questions you have, please do drop me a message.